Hey everyone, this is TrendCrave here, and in today's video, we're going to be going through the top 5 kids who got caught skipping school. Now I know for some odd reason you guys like these kid videos because I guess everyone loves videos with kids, or especially them getting in trouble and shit like that. So I'm just going to keep on milking them until you guys get tired of them. You know, some people might say that I'm exploiting kids for my own benefit, and I'd say, yeah, that's about right. But back to the topic of the video, I'm sure some of you guys have maybe skipped a class or two or something like that. Let me know down in the comment section below if you get a funny story about that. I maybe have skipped 2 or 3 classes throughout my senior year. Just classes, not the whole school day. Like, wow, TrendCrave, you're a fucking badass. Yeah, I know, I'm hardcore as shit. But I'm sure you and your friends have definitely done some more hood rat shit, considering throughout most of high school I was a rule-following little pussy. But yeah, leave a comment, tell me your story. Anyways, these top 5 kids are the ones that actually got caught and then kind of got embarrassed or some other stuff around it with like the news or some shit like that. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into this top 5. And in the number 5 spot, we've got 2 kids who skipped school and had to do some community service stuff and had cops watch over them while they were doing it. And also, they were on the news for this. And honestly, just take a second and let that sink in. The fact that there was literally so little going on in this town that they had to report on 2 kids skipping school.
Smile. Show everybody this is what happens when we skip school. Oh no, you're punished off the bike for 2 weeks. Everything's gone. No Xbox, no bicycle, all gone.
They skipped school, but both wound up getting a lesson in obedience, and it drew lots of attention.
Did you learn your lesson? Nephew?
Donated by the police department, the boys went out armed with brooms, dustpans, and T-shirts declaring their disobedience. Under police supervision, officers found the boys about mid-morning near an abandoned building. Have you learned a lesson today?
Yeah,
What is it?
not to skip school anymore.
What about you, Corey?
Not to ditch school anymore.
In-school suspension does nothing for kids. Right now, they're more embarrassed than anything.
Moving on to number 4, we've got one that I thought was actually really funny, but basically there's this kid in Colombia, okay, and he and his friends were by the wall that was like enclosed around their school, and this kid, he decides that he's going to skip school and he's going to jump over the wall, and his friends are recording him, and it looks like the friends might have also been about ready to jump over the wall as well, but this kid jumps over the wall, and he's the only one that like fully goes through with it. And then something happens. I'm not gonna like explain what it is here because I want you guys to see the surprise, but it is dead ass funny. And I'm sorry that the video quality in this one is not perfect. It's kind of a little bit shit, to be honest with you, but hey, it is still 480p. I mean, granted, it is really trash 480p, but you know, if you got a problem with it, you can suck a fat one.
Virga, los chotas, güey. A la Adiós, Justin!
Heading on over to number 3, we've got Luna, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know who he is. He's really well known for all his stories and stuff like that. And I know you guys are sitting there saying, Luna's not a fucking kid, TrendCrave, you stupid piece of shit. You can't put him on this list. Well, you know what? He was younger at this time when he was in school at this point. So he was a kid at one point, just like all of us. So he fucking counts. And I also couldn't find a 5th one. So I'm putting him in here. So if you got a problem with it, fuck off. And he actually got caught skipping class, but it's not like devious like some of these other kids who are skipping class just for the sake of skipping class. He got caught up in a little bit of a mix-up, but this is the only one that's a story instead of either news or actual footage. That's just because, believe it or not, there's actually not that many people that get caught skipping class that are actually recorded skipping class, because it's kind of one of those things you don't want to have on the internet. You fucking understand what I mean. But there is a shit ton of stories on YouTube, and this is the only one that's in this video.
You know, from gym to science, you get 5 minutes to go to your locker. And during that time, I just went into the cafeteria and put my head down for a couple minutes just because I thought it would make me feel better, because I was really nauseous and I was starting to develop a headache. So all of a sudden, next thing I know, I'm waking up 30 minutes later, and the bell already rang, obviously, and my class is more than halfway done. And I only have 15 minutes till my class gets out. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I just skipped science. And I'm like, shit. So I went to class the next day. And I was pissed. I was like, all right, excuse me. And I called over my co-teacher and my normal teacher. And they both are like, so, you have 2 detentions to make up with us. And before they could even like finish their sentences, I was like, I am not attending a punishment for this. He's like, you have to. Bad actions have consequences, and skipping class to hang out with your friends is bad. And that's when I interrupted him and said, I did not skip class to hang out with my friends. We can go to the office right now. We can check the camera footage, because I was in there with my head down for literally 30 minutes. I did not try and skip class. It was accidental, and I didn't feel good. He's like, you didn't feel good? I was like, yeah, that's what I told you yesterday. He's like, well, skipping class is bad. You still have to owe us detention. I was like, I'm not going to come to your detention. You can write me up. You can give me suspension. I'm not going to do that. And they told me, all right, don't let this happen again. We're going to appeal the detentions. I'm going to rip up the referral. You're not going to get in trouble. I'll let this slide, but I'll never let it slide after this.
Moving on to number 2, we've got another news one, but make sure to stay till number 1 because it's going to shock you. That's a really cringy joke, but it's like an actual footage one in the number 1 spot. It's top notch. But this one, I'll tell you what, it is kind of fucking crazy because basically they have like a specific officer that goes around the city or town or wherever and patrols the streets for kids who are skipping school. Just for that. Like, that's all he's hired for. Now, when he finds these kids, he actually gives them, like, fines. Like, actually pretty decent amount fines. And I think this is honestly a little bit excessive. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below about this. If you think that having a specific police officer go around and patrol for people skipping school is a bit fucking excessive, or maybe that's more common than I think, and things are just different where I live. I don't know.
If you think skipping school is an issue solely for the schools and the families, you're wrong. In the city of Lakeland, the police department takes it so seriously, they have an officer dedicated to patrolling these streets, hunting down kids playing hooky. Just a few minutes into a Friday school day.
Why ain't you at school, Raymond?
Officer Adam Williams already finding kids where they're not supposed to be. In this case, a Lakeland High School student on suspension, but breaking the rules by not staying home.
You still can't be out and about. It says it on your suspension paperwork.
This teen boy is one of about 30 a month Officer Williams stops and fines for truancy. Kids who are caught skipping school in Lakeland are hit with a ticket ranging from $50 to $108.
What's your last name?
Most are repeat offenders.
A kid plays hooky one day or goes to the beach or something like that. That's not the majority of what I run across.
Williams develops a close relationship with area schools and businesses. His phone is always ringing with tips about school-age kids wandering the streets, or in this case, an apartment complex. LPD says it's the only department in the county putting this much effort into keeping kids in school.
And finally, the number 1 spot, we've got a girl who's skipping classes, and then her mom decided to come to school with her to make sure that she went and stayed in all of her classes. And not only did she come and do that, she embarrassed her on purpose and also recorded the whole thing and posted it to Facebook, which then got spread all over YouTube and other social media. So here's the thing about this one is that there's a lot of controversy around it because there's 2 different things that people are talking about this one. Is that, was it okay to go and humiliate her like this in her school around her friends and peers and stuff like that? And a lot of people think that this was okay, you know, it was good parenting to do that, but the fact that she posted it to Facebook and recorded it in general was too far, and that was stepping over the boundary. And more people are upset about that than the other thing. But there's still people upset about both, so I'm curious to see what you guys think about this one in the comment section as well.
Why am I here, Ricky?
Because you thought I was ditching. I'm not ditching.
Really?
Yes.
Really? Do you want to see the note that's in my pocket?
When was I ditching, Mom?
Every day this week. And I can show you.
No.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, Ricky. So guess what I'm doing, Ricky? We're going to hold hands and we're going to go to class and sit together. Isn't that great? Mommy and daughter. Yay, we're going to class together. Isn't it great? Huh? Where are you going?
No.
Not, oh yeah.
Class?
Let's go to class right now. We're going to go talk to the teacher.
I've went to class every day this week, huh? You've watched me go to class.
5th period?
Yep, I walk her.
Really?
He walks me here
And do you know
every day.
how long she stays? Yeah, that's the problem. She tells lies like, "Oh, I'm going potty," or "I need to go get a drink," and then comes back and says, "Oh, I was at the nurse's office." But when the teacher calls to ask the nurse, you were never there.
I went to the nurse.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't, Ricky. You can let go of the lie. I told you and I warned you. Make me come to this school because you can't act right. I warned you, didn't I? Say hi, Facebook. Hi. Yep.
Those are all the clips that I have for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to drop a like on the video. Let's try to break 5,000 likes. That would be insanely awesome. And also, let me know if you guys want to see any other kids videos, you know, like where they got caught with some shit. You can let me know if you have any suggestions. And also, if you are interested in checking out any of like the full clips for these, because I didn't show all the full ones on some of them, you can go ahead and view those down in the description. I'll leave links to all of those, and you can watch them in their entirety as usual. I figured this video would be kind of funny to post right now because at least where I live, there's a lot of people that are going to be going back to school within the next week or two. I don't know if you guys are any of those, but I just figured it was kind of a good time to post this one. But that's about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys later. Shebang, bitches.